And then finally, recognize that God's purposes are often beyond our immediate understanding. Now, we don't like this, right? We want to know the clear road ahead before we get onto it, right? We want to know how it's all going to work out. But unfortunately, in the Christian life, it's often a step-by-step type of scenario. And so when we recognize that the providence of God is often beyond our immediate understanding, it teaches us some things. So here in verse 11, Joseph thinks that he's a part of the 5-year plan. Look with me in verse 11. The Bible says, there I'll also provide for you, and there are still 5 years of famine to come. So Joseph thinks, yeah, God brought me all here to get you through these last 5 years. But in all reality, Joseph is a part of the 400-year plan, right? This is part of God's overarching work to move Israel to a place where they can thrive and multiply. And ultimately, this move is so that they can see the mighty hand of God through the deliverance from Egyptian bondage. So this is an amazing thing. God plays the long game, right? He plays the long game, not only for our immediate deliverance, but God is working out our ultimate deliverance. So just because we can't see how all the little pieces are fitting together yet, we must trust that God is at work and that He is working about our salvation. He is working about our ultimate deliverance. And the more that we seek to find out what God is doing today by placing us where we are in this season, the better we can be at peace and the better we can trust God for the ultimate purposes that He is working out. Live out the life that God intends for you today, and whether He puts you in a dungeon or in a palace, it makes no difference. You can do God's will. You can do God's will. Please don't lose sight of God in the dungeon seasons of your life, or you'll never have the clarity that you need when He brings you into the palace.